Hey everybody, I am David, and today I'm going to be talking about The Flash, Season 3, Episode 23, Finish Line. And this is the season finale of the year, guys. Another season has ended. This was, now we can compare this a little bit to Arrow Season 3. And I'm going to say, obviously, it didn't fall into that trap of season 3 of Arrow, where that season started off really strong and then ended off in a really not so great way. Flash thankfully continued a steady streak, I felt. And this episode was a good conclusion to the season. I was expecting a little bit more, I'll admit, but I really enjoyed it. There were a lot of things to really enjoy. First of all, let's talk about that little twist at the very beginning of the episode, where last week it left us thinking that Iris was killed. And I noticed some people were already speculating the HR theory, that HR used the face device to change their faces and swapped with the real Iris. And I might have to go back to see if that's possible, to look for any clues, because from what I saw in that episode, I was believing that it was Iris. And HR was, where we last saw him. But I guess not. I guess they made the old switcheroo, and I gotta go back and watch that episode again. That's all I'm saying on that. But I was fine with it. I liked HR as a character. And it looks like we might get Harry Wells from Earth 2 back, if that was him. I don't know what Earth that Harrison Wells that they brought there at the end back. And there was a part of me thinking, was that Iris again in disguise and she was trying to trick Tracy? So, and apparently no, it was actually another Harrison Wells from Earth whatever. I'm gonna guess Earth 2. I'm gonna guess that's Earth 2 Harrison Wells, because he seemed like he recognized everybody pretty well. And I'm going to miss HR. I thought he was a really nice addition to the team. He brought some levity to the series that I think Barry was missing for a while. And even Cisco at times, too. I thought HR actually brought that comedicness that the show needed quite a lot of. So it's actually kind of sad to see that he's actually gone. And who next season are we going to get that will fill that void? Is Barry going to become more lighthearted again after he comes out of the Speed Force? Because let's face it, we know he's coming out of the Speed Force somehow. Somehow. That's the quick question. At the end there, he goes into the Speed Force. We know he's going to be coming out. Let's also talk about Kaitlyn while we're at it. They make this antidote that can turn her back to normal. I don't think we ever got the reason why. What was the reason Savitar was holding her? Like, what was the deal they made? But if they did, someone comment below and tell me. But I think Kaitlyn's story ended the way I thought it was gonna end, with her coming to terms. There was a part of me that was thinking she could come back on the team and take the antidote and be normal. But I think they're going to find a balance next season where she can use her powers and still be Kaitlyn Snow at the same time. I think they kind of gave us a little taste of that at the end there when we saw Kaitlyn helping out Cisco and Barry against Savitar at the end. Which I really liked. I like that the heroes this time try to, or at least Barry and Iris, try to befriend Savitar and try to help him, because that is what caused him to turn the way he did, was when everybody pushed him away the first time. So I thought that was actually going to work, and I thought, okay, this could be interesting. Maybe they're going to do something different here, but unfortunately, that was all part of Savitar's plan to just blow up Star Labs. So there are a lot of twists and turns going on in this episode. Some were obvious, some were not so obvious. It was great to see Jay back. I'm glad they got Jay out of the Speed Force before the series ended. And I really like that, like, the three Flashes, Kid Flash, Jay, and Barry, all fighting Savitar in the woods. There's that cool little computer effects shot where we see all of them running in the woods, running after Savitar. I wish that would go on longer. I wanted to see a real cool, like, those three taking on Savitar, but I guess it was too expensive for them to really pull something like that off. But we got a little bit of that, so that was pretty sweet. And I do like the fact that Iris was the one to save Barry at the end of it. And it's like she said, all these couple of months you were trying to protect me, but in the end, I'm the one who had to save you. And they kind of brought that up again at the end when it got a little emotional when Barry had to go in the Speed Force. And that was crazy too, because I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was expecting something to set up for next season, but I wasn't expecting this because it was looking to be a happy ending. And I'm like, okay, you guys still got a couple of minutes left. So what are you gonna cook up here? I know you got something up your sleeve, so show me your cards. And then we see this lightning coming out of the sky like crazy. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? What is this? And there was a part of me that thought it was going to be Bart Allen. Now, if you don't know the comics, Bart Allen is from the future. He is the actual future Flash, not Savitar. So I actually thought, are they going to introduce Bart Allen or something? So there was a part of me that was thinking that we were going to see another Flash pop up at the end there and say, Uncle, or what was he in the comic? He's grandson. He's Barry's grandson, I believe. And he'd be like, hey, Grandpa, I'm here from the future to protect you. But no, that didn't happen. Unfortunately, what was happening was the Speed Force was going out of control, and the Speed Force opens and says, Barry's mom pops out and says, hey, Barry, time to come. This is what you were supposed to do when you were in here last time. This was the deal we made. And a part of me thought, like, why doesn't Jay just go back in there? It's not fair to Jay, I get it, or Wally or anybody that's not Barry, because this was all Barry's fault. So it was kind of like Barry owning up to his sins, I guess. The question is, how is he going to come out next season? That's the thing. So that's all going to be theorizing. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the finale, guys. It was a good finale. Not as good as the season 1 finale. I think the season 1 finale was so good. I just feel like season finales nowadays, not just for The Flash, for any show, they always feel like they have to be bigger than the last one. And I want these producers to start realizing you guys don't always have to go bigger. Sometimes the smaller battles can be just as big as the big, light show battles, which I felt this one was trying to be. It was still a good finale, just not as good as season 1 finales. It was on par with season 2's, I say. Season 2 maybe was a little underwhelming because it was just a race at the end. You know what? I put this one a little bit above season 2's finale. So overall, what did I think of this season? I thought this season was really good. It wasn't as good as season 1. I think season 1 is still the best season overall. But it's on par with season 2. Season 2 and 3 have been good seasons. They haven't been great seasons, which I've been hoping for. I want to get that feel again that I got during season 1, where I was excited week after week. And I get it. 23 episodes is a lot of work to put in. But the 23 episodes, that's how long Flash season 1 was. And I got that in season 1. Season 2 and 3, just once in a while, we get to an episode where it's like, I could do without this episode this season, you know? That's what I want to feel for season 4. I hope they find a story arc that can really get us excited week after week, and not like, I can do without this one. I want a really captivating villain who puts us on the edge of our seat like the very first Reverse Flash did. I think Savitar did that okay, but Savitar came in and out from the season. He was locked up for a while too, if I remember correctly in the beginning. And Zoom, actually, I think Zoom was a really good villain too. So I think he had a bigger presence in season 2 than Savitar did. So hopefully they give us a villain that's worth an entire season. I really did like a lot of the new additions, like H.R. Wells, like I said earlier, and Julian. I thought Julian, played by Tom Felton, was really good. And so I hope both of them return, but I can't... Well, H.R. obviously won't, but Tom Cavanagh is still returning, but as the Earth 2, I'm guessing, Harrison Wells. Yeah, other than that, you know, Killer Frost, I'm looking forward to her thing. I thought her story arc was good. I just didn't like why she turned into Killer Frost. I'm still a little confused on that. But other than that, it was a really solid season, and I can't wait till season 4. So with that being said, guys, comment below. Tell me your thoughts on this season and the season finale. Subscribe to my channel, like this video, and until next season of The Flash, take care.